After its hit inaugural year, SeaWorld San Diego is once again hosting Howl 2022, and there's lots of stuff that has now come out this week in regards to all the different haunted houses and scare zones that we can expect at this year's event. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Exploring Attractions. My name is Scott, and you're watching your stop for all things theme park and attraction related. If you're new here, consider subscribing down below with those bell notifications on. We do have a merchandise shop with a new custom design on there, themed to kind of the horror haunt season, which is obviously the topic of this video. So if you wish to help with the channel further, you can click the link down below in the description and pick up some merch. And as always, make sure to check out our social media, Instagram, and on Twitter. That's right, everybody. Howl San Diego returns this year, running from select nights September 16th until Halloween Day, October 31st. Now, this event was a whole lot of fun last year. It was the inaugural year, the first time ever that they've done Howl Scream at SeaWorld San Diego. They also did this in Orlando. It was their first year as well. They've had it in San Antonio years prior, and obviously we know it's been at the Busch Gardens Park as well. Now, there's a big question on to whether or not this would succeed, if it would exceed our expectation, if it would fail. Well, we're actually lucky enough to go out there on media night, and like we've said in that vlog, it was definitely a great first year for this event. There are many great scares, all the characters were passionate, and the different haunted houses were perfectly themed for a first year event. But after that event, it left fans wondering, will this return? Will it make its grand return? And if so, in what fashion? Will there be more haunted houses? Will there be more scare zones? Will the event be completely different? Well, we have all those answers now. Now, I like how on this email it says right away, more dates, more haunted houses, more scare zones, and more entertainment. And they actually have a sale going on right now for those who can't wait to scream their hearts out. They can actually purchase tickets at up to 55% off during this monster sale through August 21st. And you only have a week or so about to do that to purchase tickets. I highly recommend you do so. They also have a couple of different ticketing options on the website, so I'd highly recommend going to check them out and deciding which one suits you. Are you going to visit the event multiple nights, or are you thinking of only going once or twice? Let's get into haunted houses though, and that's right, everyone. There's two new houses being added to this year's lineup. Right now, as it stands, we have Simon's Slaughterhouse returning, Deathwater Bayou returning, and the Nightmare Experience returning. Now, SeaWorld has promised that all three of these houses will be reimagined, so they'll be a little bit different. I'm sure we'll still see some of the same scenes and whatnot, but they're promising to reimagine some of it. So we'll definitely see different scenes, different scares, along with the same favorites that we saw from last year's event. For my rankings for last year's houses, it goes Deathwater Bayou, Nightmare Experiment, and then Simon's Slaughterhouse, and that's in order from most favorite to least favorite. So I can't wait to walk through them once again with the reimagined scenes and different scares. Now, they're adding two more haunted houses. So the three haunted houses that are currently sitting there are on the right side of the park. So we need some more love to the left side of the park. I feel like that's one thing that SeaWorld kind of failed in last year, is the majority of the event felt like it was on one side of the park, and that's exactly why they're doing this. I'm assuming that those two new houses will be on the left side of the park, drawing more guests towards that area. And although we don't have specific names on what they're going to be quite yet, SeaWorld did give a little bit teased of what we can expect out of the two. The second year of the event adds two all-new haunted houses to the list for thrill seekers to choose from, and hints at hiding from outsiders from beyond and coming face to face with freakish and creepy fools. So it seems like the hiding from outsiders one seems kind of like a ghost story is what I'm picking up here from that. I don't really see that being something else. I'm thinking that screams ghosts to me. And then obviously face to face with freakish and creepy fools, this is going to be more of like a circus themed one. We're going to see clowns in it. We're going to see different freaks from a circus. I can't wait for that, because you cannot go wrong with clowns in a haunted house. But on top of that, we have some new scare zones. So with 6 scare zones throughout the park, there is even less room to hide. Immersive terror is at every turn, and guests should stay alert and be prepared for anything with the uncertainty of what's waiting up ahead or creeping up behind. We got 4 returning scare zones this year: Deadly Toys, Graveyard, La Llorona, and The Hauntings. My favorite out of these 4 was definitely Deadly Toys. The characters were always killing it in there, and they also had a lot of fun with it. You know, there's times where horror is fun, and in Deadly Toys, that seemed to be the general thing. They're having a lot of fun while also scaring guests, which I absolutely loved. The scares are heightened this year with 2 2 all-new scare zones that are predicted to be soul-wrenching and full of freakish laughs that will inflict more terror upon this year's guests. So I guess that kind of confirms the 2 haunted house themes, as soul-wrenching kind of has to do with ghosts, and then full of freakish laughs kind of has to do with that same circus theme. I'm thinking that these 2 scare zones will be outside of the 2 haunted houses, also once again expanding the park to the left, or expanding the event to the left side of the park. I'm thinking that's exactly what they're going to do. The 2 haunted houses will be themed to the 2 new scare zones as well. I think it's pretty awesome that a park not as small as SeaWorld San Diego, but it's not the biggest park, has 6 scare zones, really making it to where there's nowhere to hide and you're going to see a character and come face to face with someone terrifying anywhere you go. Last but not least, we have the new frightful show and entertainment. Before the scares begin, a sinister ceremony will kick off the event every evening with music and immersive introductions of the foul creatures that call Howl Scream home. Even amid so much mayhem, the night is just beginning. New to the event this year, guests will be mesmerized by a thrilling and high-energy live show. Between the shrills and chills, attendees can also find DJs and party zones that are perfect for a dance break between frights. Last year with entertainment, we had a very long kind of cirque show. It was like 45 minutes long. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It was a neat show with the different circus acts and whatnot, but it seems as if there was no direction with it. They kind of just wanted to have something there for guests to sit down and take a break for a bit. Well, now they're promising that it's going to be a completely different show, like I said, filled with high energy. And there's also going to be different DJs across the park instead of just one kind of dance area. That dance area was outside of Ocean Explorer and there was just one DJ, but they're spreading them around the park to where there's multiple dance break areas. And hopefully that means that there's going to be certain themed bars as well, because last year it was really neat that they had a bar at the end of every single haunted house. And of course, all your favorite coasters will be open during this event: Electric Eel, Journey to Atlantis, and Emperor. No word on Manta, just those 3. Which kind of concerns me just a little bit, because if they were expanding the event to the other side of the park, then why wouldn't they be opening up Manta? But instead it's just Emperor, Atlantis, and Electric Eel. So kind of odd, but I guess we'll just have to follow construction along, as you know, we'll see where they're constructing the houses at. Now, if you want to be a part of all the scares, and by me saying that I mean like actually scare acting, they are inviting people to audition right now. You don't need any experience, and obviously SeaWorld is looking for tons of different scare actors to fill the roles in the scare zones in the haunted houses. So if you have any scaring experience, or you have no experience at all and you just want to go and try it out, it's a whole lot of fun. I've done a couple scares here and there, not for SeaWorld, but just in general, and it is so much fun. So I definitely recommend you go check that out. I'll leave a link down below in the description on where you can sign up to do auditions for the Scare Squad at this year's Howl Scream San Diego 2022. Well, everyone, it's finally upon us, and I want to know what you guys think down below in the comments section of all the different haunted houses and scare zones coming this year. I can't wait till we get exact names for them, and we can kind of start speculating more on what we're going to see inside of them. And I also can't wait to get back out to the park and see where they're actually constructing the new haunted houses at. So as always, subscribe with those bell notifications on, and leave your thoughts down below in the comments section on what you think about Howl Scream 2022 at SeaWorld San Diego. Anyways, everyone, my name is Scott, and you've been watching Exploring Attractions. Make sure to check our social media, Instagram and Twitter. Positivity is key, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out, everybody.